Hey guys, Waheed Data here. And in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about something relatively shocking that I've noticed over the last 8 years is very common with business owners. And my team and I are very well aware of this. My team speak to existing clients every day and new potential customers every day. And this thing is something which is plaguing business owners and really throttling and constraining their performance from a customer acquisition standpoint. And I'm going to dive into it today. So if you own a business and you want to get more customers, you should definitely stay tuned and sit back and listen to this whole thing. So really, when it comes to growing, scaling a business, there's really just two things that you need to do. One is you need to get more customers, and number two is you need to increase the value of your existing customers and retain them. Those are the two things you need to do. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the first one, which is getting more customers. And really, the maths behind it, because that is what these business owners, what we find, they all don't understand. They don't understand the mathematics that goes into getting more customers at scale and consistently growing through customer acquisition on tools like Google, or with tools like Google and Facebook through paid acquisition. So if you want to get more customers, you can do things like, setting up, like creating billboards, creating and sending out flyers. You can, post content on social media. You can send emails to your existing database or text messages to them to get them to come back in. And there's, all of these things work. And some of them are trackable to a degree depending on how you do them. But nothing is as superior as paid traffic, in my opinion. And I'm going to give you an example of, how you would use paid traffic for an automotive workshop to basically allow you to get more customers predictably and consistently. So how it works is obviously with Google Ads, you are paying every time someone clicks on your ad. So let's say, as an example, you get 20 clicks on a Monday. And out of those 20 clicks, those are people looking for a suspension specialist or brake repairs or mechanic near me or like Audi workshop. And you get 20 clicks, and out of those 20 clicks, you get 5 inquiries. Now, out of those 5 inquiries, you book 2 cars in. Okay, so stay with me. 20 clicks, 2 cars booked in. For those 20 clicks, you paid $100 in ad costs because each click was $5. Don't worry about all of those metrics. The main thing you want to understand is that you spent $100, you got 2 customers, so you paid $50 to acquire a customer. Now, we know from working with a lot of different workshops in Australia, the US and New Zealand, that the average customer on the front end, that initial transaction that they do with you, can range from 500 up to 700, depending on how you price your services and how well you are, how thorough you are when it comes to doing vehicle safety audits, for example, looking for other things you can do to the car. Now, let's just take an average transaction of $600. So you spent $100. You got 2 customers, and each customer is going to spend an average of $625. The reason I say $625 is because I just had a client email us saying that was their average transaction value on the front end. So you paid $100, you got 2 customers at $625, therefore you made $1,250 for spending $100, right? So there's a cost to acquire those 2 customers, a cost to acquire the one customer of $50 to get $625. Now, once you understand this, you also have to take into account that those customers, it is your duty to obviously make sure that those customers come back in 6 months and a year's time, and you want to increase the value of those customers. Therefore, it makes sense to be purchasing them, because really the advertising becomes free when you understand your numbers and you understand how this whole system works. So the other thing is that once you have a system like this, with Google Ads nowadays, you can track phone calls, you can track emails, and what we do for our clients is we send them an actual spreadsheet that has a list of all the people that call them and email them through Google Ads, so they can actually measure their closing rate, and they can understand their true cost to acquire a customer and see how that fits in with their average transaction fees and their cost of goods sold and all of that. Now, once they realize that they're in the green, they're closing the right percentage of customers, they're charging them for their services appropriately, and they're profiting on the front end, or even breaking even on the front end. Now, they want to scale. So instead of spending $100 a day on ads, we go and spend $200 a day. You get double the customers, and your rent, for example, stays exactly the same. So this is how you consistently scale. And this is how I have scaled my business, through using paid advertising, where we know exactly how much we're paying to, get a consultation with a new client and to close an actual customer, and we know what our lifetime value is. And as long as I know how much I'm willing to spend and what our lifetime value is, I will keep scaling as long as I can acquire clients profitably. And that is the mindset that you want to have when it comes to growing your business through a platform like Google Ads. And if you want to know more about the specific results that we get for workshops around the world, the cost to acquire a customer, for whether it's suspension related jobs or brake related jobs, or for Toyota, Nissan, Japanese vehicles, or for Holden, Ford, or European cars, for radiator repairs, or performance tuning, there'll be a link underneath this video to book a call with someone in my team, and we can actually go through real real results that we're getting for existing clients, and we can even show you their closing rate on those jobs as well, so you can get an idea as to what you could achieve using a system like Google Ads for your workshop. Now, if you have any questions on this, feel free to just shoot me an email or leave a comment below. I'm happy to dive into this even further, and really just answer all your questions that you might have around using paid traffic to acquire clients, because it is the most scientific method that I know of to go and do this at scale for your business. Thanks.